Are you ready?
Take 3 Wrestling Podcast. It's Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. We are on the doorsteps of All Hallows Eve. And we are here to talk professional wrestling as we have the WWE NXT Halloween Havoc this weekend. We will talk about the breakdown of what happened at Wrestle Nightmare. See, I didn't call it Wrestle Dream. I called it Wrestle
I see
Nightmare.
What you did there. I see what you did.
Thank you.
Clever stuff.
Because here's the thing. Go on any major social media platform right now, and all you hear about is how great it was. And then I'm going to tell you that a guy won an I Quit match by hitting a sharpshooter on glass with water in the ring.
Not great, Bob.
But it was the match of the year or something, according to people, and great cinema, according to other people. No, the waterboarding was probably where we should have drawn the line. But hey,
well, but like, here's the thing, and we'll talk about it. We'll probably start off with that because we can't do Joe's homework segment until Joe actually gets here. But like, I don't even. It's not even the head in the water bowl that bothers me. Like, it's the fact that didn't end it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're literally drowning a guy, maybe he just taps out. Because either way, we didn't hear him say, I quit. So, like, there he can tap out so he doesn't drown to death. Like, once I've already seen, somebody set on fire and...
Daniel Bryan almost killed by a plastic bag.
Somebody choked out with a plastic. Even just with this feud, like a guy almost gets drowned. Being in a sharpshooter for 8.2 seconds and you don't even hear the guy say "I quit." I'm sorry, that feels like a letdown.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't care how good the and full disclosure, I didn't watch the show, but like, I don't need to watch the show to know that ending is a letdown. It is. It is a letdown. It doesn't mean the show's bad. I'm not saying the show's bad. I'm not saying the whole match was bad. But what I am saying is when you finish a match like this with a fart of an ending, that's bad.
Especially after Claudio yeeted Darby from the ring to the commentator fucking table.
Correct.
You heard his body just hit a different level of thud.
Yeah, like why don't we just start talking Wrestle Dream? Like we'll just
we'll
just jump right into it. We never know when Joe's going to show up, so let's talk about it.
All right, so I'm on Cage Match. I have Cage Match open.
Okay.
We have some time, so we'll go match by match real quick. I will give you the grade, then I will give you the result of the match. We can talk about it a little bit. First match on the show, it started on the tailgate brawl, then transitioned into the pay-per-view. Cool concept, don't hate it. If there's one thing I will give them credit, that's actually a really smart thing for Tony to do. I'll give him some props there on that one. Love it. The rating of this match was a 7.66, which saw FTR, Dax, and Cash defeat known foot pervert Speed Bam Mike Bailey and his tag partner Kevin Knight, aka
Freak,
aka Jet Speed.
Yeah, no, I like the idea. I like the idea of the pre-show match spilling over. It should not be done very often. In no way, shape, or form should it ever feel like predictable or something that like feels like it's a regular occurrence. But every now and again, why not? That makes it feel unscripted. Like I know a lot of people wanted to shit on it and be like, "Oh, it makes it look like you don't know how to book a show." No, that means guys like don't feel like they're artificially going home
You
just
also
to beat the clock.
you also have this match has a 30-minute time limit, and you look at your watch and you go, well, there's only 7 minutes left on this before the
Pre-show.
pay-per-view starts.
Right.
There's no way that this match is going more than 7 minutes. Not so fast, my friend.
Right, then it actually does. Yeah.
It can. So like I don't hate the idea. Also, the Minnesota Vikings can absolutely go fuck themselves.
Oh, I switched over to the Hartford Whalers taking on the Quebec Nordiques tonight over on the ESPNs.
Now playing quarterback for the Vikings, Mac Brosmer.
Oh boy.
I am like 30 yards away from fucking Carson Wentz, and we're going to Max Brosner.
Yeah. Fuck that.
At least hit Jordan Addison a couple times. At least let me hit that parlay while I'm here. All right, so that was FTR versus the Jet Speed. Fine match, two good tag teams. Mike Bailey's still a foot pervert.
Yeah.
Next up, the first match of the actual main card. 6.79 is the ranking. Jamie Hayter over Tekla in 1535.
I'm surprised Hayter won. To be honest, I picked it, but like Tekla felt like the hot hand. So
Now that Jamie Hayter is in the tag title tournament with someone,
makes a little more sense.
it makes a little bit more sense now. Especially because Tekla was never going to be in it, because the Triangle of Madness representative was always going to be Julia Hart and Sky Blue.
Yeah.
So if you're trying that role, giving Jamie some momentum going into the tag tournament, sure. Don't hate it. A $500,000 tag team match, which the best part of this match was the Young Bucks entrance. What did I call him last week? Jerkin Dinosaur of generic Jack Perry and Luchasaurus defeated the Young Bucks. 2309. This match, 8.46.
No match with Jungle Jack is ever an eight point whatever.
And then you had the Young Bucks to it as well.
Yeah. No.
Good match. Ending was clunky. Not an 8.5. Just not there.
Correct.
Then we have a number one contenders, because that randomly got added to this match somewhere, for the trios title. The Hurt Syndicate, MVP Bob Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, against the worst fucking faction name in all of professional wrestling, the Dynasty of Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. 6.68 ranking on Cage Match. It was there.
It was a match that happened.
And it led to another match that happened on Wednesday night.
Correct.
That's all I got. There was nothing fancy or good or inspirational about this match. I'm over this feud. Please, dear God, move the Hurt Syndicate to something else. And that's not because of my disdain or dislike of one Rick O'Shea. It's just because this thing is fucking beaten to death.
Right. Yeah.
TNT title match. The match I will arguably say match of the night. Kyle Fletcher retains against Mark Briscoe. 8.33 on the rankings. This is their fifth fucking match against each other.
That's insane. But hey, WWE just beats a feud to death, right?
And now on Wednesday night, Mark Briscoe says, I want another match against him.
Sure, why not?
What in the actual fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
I guess the question I will pose to you, I know you don't watch AEW very regularly, but at this point, Mark Briscoe felt like the feel-good story to take the title off of Kyle Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are we doing with that title?
Yeah, no clue.
Like, who's taking that title off of him now? Speed, foot pervert. That's fucking stupid.
They've had
Uh,
3 singles matches against each other just this year.
yeah. They had one whenever Mark was the Ring of Honor TV champion, I think, as well, or the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yeah, and basically a year and a half, they've had 5, 1, 2, 3, 5 singles matches with each other.
And 4 of them have been for titles, probably, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm out. Hard pass. Mark, I love you, but it's time to move on to something else. It's time to give Kyle Fletcher somebody different in that fucking title picture. Because good God, like even if it's a short feud with Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong,
Literally anything.
Orange Cassidy, anybody of the nation of conglomeration,
Right. Anybody.
I don't care. 7.13. Chris Statlander retains the AEW Women's Championship, defeating Timeless Tony Storm. Okay match, not as good as the match where Stat won the title. The finish got absolutely shit on by Mercedes Moné having to come out and have a moment before her match.
Right.
I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's going to be a long title run for Chris Statlander.
No, and like I actually really kind of love the Mercedes belt collecting stuff, except for like she's just going to become a double champ, and then what do you do with the TBS title? She's now the longest reigning TBS champ, but like, does she put that on the line against somebody, and then if they beat her for that, do you have to do a rematch for the other title? Like,
Well,
does she just
funny thing,
forfeit the TBS title?
funny thing here. Her and Athena are tag partners in the tag title bracket. Are they going to win those?
Probably.
So she can have another belt, so that then she can have another title to go in and try to be the first ever to hold all 3 women's titles in and 4 out of 5 in Tony Khan Presents Wrestling. Because there are so many questions, and I don't listen to them very often. I don't listen to Bully and LaGreca and Busted Open, but somebody made a comment, or maybe it was not LaGreca, but what's his Meltzer made a comment. They're like, cool, she's got 77 title belts. These indie companies are getting the rub of having Mercedes Moné as their champion until Mercedes Moné has to come back and start losing titles. Because when's the next time she's going to go to Rev Pro in the UK and lose a match to someone when she's not losing in AEW?
That's a good point.
When is she going to Southside Wrestling in Germany and dropping that title when she's beating every person they put in front of her on national television? These indie companies handed her their title belts like they were Olympic gold medals going to Usain Bolt. Guess what? Every 4 years, Usain Bolt can win a different gold medal and doesn't have to defend his other gold medal.
Right. That's
like, what the fuck are we doing with all these titles whenever the time comes to finally get rid of them? We're gonna have her lose a match, and one person's gonna take 11 of the titles off of them, and then go on a fucking quest to lose them, so that she doesn't have to take 13 pinfalls.
Right, or just like, I assume some of these like indie ones, they'll invoke like a
no defense
clause or something like that. Right, because is she really going to go on like a 14 match losing streak? Like
no shot.
Places? Yeah, that's a good point.
Her
I don't
best
give
bet is
Busted Open credit very often, but that's a good point.
yeah. And I mean, even if she does something like, say she does something weird and loses 2 or 3 of them to Anna Jay on an episode of Dynamite, and then a couple weeks later she loses 1 or 2 of them to Harley Cameron, and they go and do the honors of dropping the title to people in those companies. Like, if you're Rev Pro, you're like, cool, Mercedes Moné was our champion with 0 successful title defenses on any of our shows.
Right.
I get it. She's the belt collector. She's the Ultimo Dragon of women's wrestling. That story has now been booked into there's no clean way to get the fuck out of this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because there's no shot. There's no way she's losing 14 matches in a row.
Yeah, no.
Or even lose a couple of the belts, win some matches in AEW, go on the road again for a weekend and lose a couple times. Like, she's not going 3-14 over the next 17 matches to drop these titles. It just ain't happening.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to start seeing these no compete clauses.
Like, if she realistically has the TBS title, the CMLL, and if she wins half of the AEW Women's Tag title, and inevitably, if she's the one who defeats Chris Statlander at Full Gear for the title, and she has all the AEW belts, and even the Ring of Honor interim TV title, like, if she has those 5 belts, those are the only 5 belts that should be on AEW television every fucking week.
Right.
Because you have an active partnership with CMLL, you own Ring of Honor, and she has all 3 titles of your fucking company. I don't need to see the fucking Southside Pro and the fucking ACCFPW fucking Accountants Championship of the World title belt. I don't need it. Doesn't mean shit to me. I've never watched a single one of their shows. No offense. It just doesn't fucking do anything. Speaking of Mercedes Moné, 6.42 is the rating. Champion versus champion. She retains that bitch strong TBS championship and wins the interim Ring of Honor World TV title from Mina Shirakawa. Fuck me.
I mean, the worst part of this is that we're still doing this interim champion thing, because there's no such thing as an interim champion.
Is Red Velvet dead?
Apparently.
She's been the Ring of Honor Women's TV champion for 455 days. I've seen it for like 3.
Yeah, apparently she did.
She has 7 successful title defenses and has not made a defense since April 16th.
That's insane.
And we're adding a Ring of Honor Women's Pure title to the mix.
Yeah, why not?
Oh my God, Tony Khan presents title belts.
Yeah.
8.94 is the ranking. AEW World Tag Team title match. Brody King, Bandito retained, defeating the Don Callis family of Kazuchika Okada and the new IWGP World Champion, Konosuke Takeshita.
So I guess Red Velvet's hurt. Like, is that?
I mean, I knew she was hurt, but do we have any idea, like, what's hurt? Like, did she blow her knee out and she's out for like a year, and we're just making her the interim champion for S&Gs?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to look here. I don't see what the injury is. Here we go. From July. Suffered a major injury that forced her on the sideline. It was never stated what the exact nature of the injury was. Meltzer finally answers the burning question. Let's see. An injury to her neck during her match against CMLL's Kira in Mexico City in June. So the neck injury. So I mean, you could be out a year and a half, and like this is what bothers me about like the interim champion thing, because it's like I get the logic of, oh well, because she didn't lose it, then she can just come back and she would fight to be see who's the actual champ. Well, if she didn't actually lose it, then you just know that once the champion who was injured is healthy, they will take on the champion, whoever it is, when they get cleared. Like, we don't need a second belt being carried around by somebody. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like that would literally be like CM Punk and Jey Uso fighting for a new World Heavyweight Championship belt, only for Seth Rollins to come back and fight him in, the Rumble or Mania or wherever. Like, so what? We're gonna have the winner of the Royal Rumble has to pick the WWE Undisputed Champion, because we know that Rollins and, let's call him CM Punk, are gonna fight at WrestleMania. So then what happens with the Elimination Chamber winner? Like, you know what I mean? It's just dumb. It's just dumb.
Hold on. It gets better.
Well, congratulations, Mercedes Moné. 12 belts? 12? You really made history.
This is Red Velvet.
But let's be real. History don't mean a damn thing when you're standing face to face with the future. Now, while you've been traveling the world collecting hardware like prizes, I've been in the dark. I've been rebuilding my body, every piece of my body. I didn't post updates. I didn't beg for sympathy. I rebuilt. And now I'm healed and I'm cleared. And this is mine. I never lost it. I never surrendered it. I broke for it. So go ahead. Enjoy your spotlight while it still lasts. Because the moment I come through that curtain, the celebration is over, the game stops, and the real Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion walks back in. So remember this face. Because the next time you see it, it'll be the last thing you see before your entire empire crumbles.
Top 5. That was posted 4.5 hours ago on the Ring of Honor Twitter.
So they did an interim champion for a 4-month injury. Like,
thing sucks.
Oh, it's so good. It just means she's going to unify and win the fucking not interim.
Good Lord.
Oh, it's so bad. All right. Co-main event of the evening for the AEW World Title. Adam Hangman Page, 7.5 out of 10. Defeats Samoa Joe in 19 minutes and 2 seconds. Good match. Best part of it was the heel turn after.
Yeah.
I think anytime you have Samoa Joe and Adam Hangman Page in a ring together, I think the match is going to be just fine. I'm surprised that Wawa Shibata Melt went heel, but I'm excited to see what they do with the Ops moving forward. I think that you're inevitably going to see Adam Hangman Page defend the title against the other members of the Ops. But I don't know that we need another super big heel faction, because like you have the 39 members of the Don Callis family, you have the Dynasty, now you have the Ops all as heel trios at least. The only face trio you have right now, the Conglomeration and the goddamn Hurt Syndicate, with 2 guys that are over the age of 45.
Yeah.
For a company that was built on, ooh, look, we have trios titles. Might need to start building some trios, boys and girls.
Right?
And I'm not talking about build 7 trios inside the Don Callis family. I'm talking about build some goddamn faces, build some goddamn heels, make it make sense. And last but certainly not least, the match we started this conversation about, 8.13 out of 10. Darby Allin over Jon Moxley, 25-54. The time of submission? Question mark?
I mean, I didn't hear him say I quit.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say I quit either. But yeah, Darby coffin dropping all in the Count Fujimanjaro, Mount Everest flag, defeated Jon Moxley after Sting made a return, threw the baseball bat to Darby Allin. No wonder I felt a disturbance at that time. It was actually Tim from 3CT. There's so much cum because Sting showed up and threw the bat and, transferred his power into Darby Allin and, the fucking...
Wait, I'm sorry. I just heard my name.
Nope. No, you didn't.
Well, take it back a sentence. You said
No, I
there
said
was
Tim.
Sting.
I said Tim. There
No,
was
there
so
was
much cum.
Sting. There was Sting in a bat, and then what?
He threw said bat to Darby Allin.
And then what happened?
He transferred his power.
Hell yeah.
I do love that we got old man Sting on an AEW screen. All other bullshit about this match aside, I will say that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. They can't do I quit matches. They're just bad.
It's just that they do, at least with like in the case of these two guys, like they've done so much already before this match, and then they did so many things in this match that it's like, how is a sharpshooter the thing that and again, it's not even like, had Moxley been in the sharpshooter, like, case in point, end of the Iron Man match. This just hit me. The first Iron Man match.
Mm-hmm.
At, I think it was like 58 minutes and like 15 seconds. Bret Hart gets Shawn Michaels into the sharpshooter. And this is, again, after 58 minutes of wrestling.
Yep.
Where Bret has repeatedly been working on the back breakers, elbows to the back, knees to the back, other holds that are just wearing down his back. Shawn Michaels was in the sharpshooter for almost 2 full minutes and never gave up. Now, I get it, boyhood dream, world title on the line, whatever. Like, this thing's a fucking blood feud between Mox and Darby Allin. You tried to drown somebody, you tried to light him on fire, you've tried to murder him a couple of times. And Darby Allin, 68 pounds soaking wet, puts Jon Moxley, who's built like a fucking chiseled piece of stone thanks to chicken and rice,
mm-hmm.
in a sharpshooter for 6.7 seconds, and Mox is just, yeah, I'm done here.
But there was water and there was glass.
Like, had Darby had Mox in the sharpshooter for 5 minutes, and finally he's just, okay, this kid's not gonna fucking break.
Yeah, I can't get out. I can't get any grip. It's wet. Da 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 da. Like, but just to be like, yeah, I'm out.
Like, people thought that AJ Styles quitting when Cody had him handcuffed to the rope and was gonna hit him with the fucking steel steps. People said that was dumb. I'm like, that's self-preservation. Motherfucker's locked to a rope. He has nowhere to go. He's
Yeah, there
going
ain't no
to
blocking.
he's going to get murdered by these steps.
Yeah,
But
I've always said, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I've always said, and I stand by this, the best finish of an I Quit match that I've ever seen was in CZW around 2010, and I'm pretty sure it was definitely Nick Gage, because of course it was. And I think it was like Brain Damage was the other guy, RIP. And the way the match finished was Nick Gage threatened to set a motherfucker on fire unless he said I quit. And dude went, well, shit, I guess I quit. Because like I don't want to be set on fire.
right,
That it was one of the most logical finishes to a pro wrestling match I have ever seen in my life. And I'm
right.
not mad about it.
AJ Styles handcuffed to a rope and he's in the corner. Well, I don't want to get hit in the head with these 400-pound steps, allegedly. So, yeah, man, I'm out. I will live to fight Cody Rhodes another day. But, like, John Moxley, whose single leg is bigger than Darby Allin's lower body, is in a sharpshooter for 6 seconds and is just like, yeah, man, I'm done here. Like, it
How
that
do you do all of this? And then you have him show up and almost submit to an ankle lock by Kyle O'Reilly not 4 days later. He gets DQ'd by punching a referee. Hey guys, guess what? Auto parts. Wow. I don't take the Death Rider seriously anymore.
Nope.
They are a group of bitches.
Yep.
If their leader is submitting, I don't care if there's water in glass or not. I watched Damian Priest take a fireball to the face, a black mass off of a fucking staging thing through 3 fucking tables, and that's how he lost a match. I watched John Moxley submit to me, giving him the fucking sharpshooter.
I mean, it's
Pass.
not even you. It's a guy the size of your right leg.
It's Joe.
Like, but Joe's at least got some some muscle to him.
I do have more muscle than Darby Allin, let's be real.
Oh, you do. But
I
the thing, look at the guy who's involved in the match. He just climbed Mount Everest. He's taken back bumps onto steel chair structures. Yeah, it's Darby Allin.
Yeah, that's what Moxley gave up a sharpshooter to.
You know,
For
he's
those
taken,
on the podcast side, I held up a pen.
yeah. He's taken back bumps through a pane of glass in Sting's last match.
Mm-hmm.
He's been dragged by a car. He's been lit on fire. He's done coffin drops through barrels, through caskets, through anything you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
He survived almost being drowned. The Death Riders are 0 for 2 on murdering people. They are bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take the other side of this just for a moment? Just for
Sure.
devil's advocate's sake.
Yeah.
In the world of pro wrestling, where every single aspect of it depends on us as fans being able to suspend belief. Like from the moment that someone throws an Irish whip, wrestling is clearly fake. Because if you actually try to throw somebody, they're not going to just go running and bounce off the ropes and run back at you. If anything, maybe when you throw someone in a corner, that's kind of real, potentially. But even then, like Mike, if I took you and I tried to throw you into a corner, would you turn around so that your back hits the corner, or would you just stop 3 steps in and be like, what the fuck? Why is this little peasant child trying to throw me across the room?
I feel like that's a loaded comment, and I don't know how I should answer that.
Well, my point is, I feel like to a certain degree, all of wrestling is we have to suspend our disbelief and be willing to say, okay, I'll buy this. And then from the same side of it, considering it's all just, storytelling and kind of all that, like in a way, I kind of understand what they're doing here, where like, yeah, 120 pounds soaking wet Darby Allen, the freak, the kid that probably got picked on in high school because he listened to too much, Escape the Fate, you know, he's out here now battling the jock, battling, the jerk, the guy who's like part of the team and who's the team captain, quite literally, and is out there bullying everybody. And of course you want to see the emo kid, the goth kid, be the one that gets the victory over the jock that is bullying everyone. So like from that point of view, I mean, we've seen that in movies a million times. We've seen it in TV shows a million times. I'm pretty sure the entire 5 seasons of Glee was just that one plot. So like it kind of makes sense from a storytelling perspective that they would go in that direction. I can understand not liking it based on the people actually involved necessarily, but I can understand the story that they were going for. And like in that way, I don't completely hate it. Like I definitely look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was a huge fan of that feud or that I feel like oh man, I can't believe it's over or anything like that. But I don't
I
know,
don't think
like
it's
like I
over for
do
the
feel
record.
like you don't think so?
No.
But either way, though, like I said, I do think that there's a view that you can take of it where you can say like, you know what, like as a story, this does make sense.
Oh, I don't think the story per se is the issue that I have with it. It's 1,000% the finish itself. Sting hands him the baseball bat, crack him in the head with it, knock him unconscious, tape his hands and feet together. You've already lit him and you already doused him with lighter fluid earlier in the match. Just walk out in the middle of the ring with a fucking flamethrower or a fucking lighter and sit there and fucking stare at him and be like, I will light you the fuck on fire. It's more believable than he tapped out and gave up, didn't actually say the words I quit, to a guy who has a sharpshooter in water and glass. And we're not talking like it was like a 35-foot aquarium. We're talking about one that you'd put in like your kid's room, like the 4 little panes of glass that are probably like not even real glass anyways. Shout out you, CM Punk. But like, what are we doing? The whole time he's tried to light fucking Mox on fire. He's trying to suffocate him with the bag like they did to Brian. Any of those would have been more believable than just I'm out because of a sharpshooter in glass. And then you're telling me, oh, the baseball bat shots are what set it up. That's what really did the damage. He took a fucking baseball bat shot from a 7-year-old. He didn't take an aluminum bat shot from Barry fucking Bonds.
Right.
I'm out. I don't think this fucking feud is over. I think this shit's still gonna fucking play out for at least until the end of the year. My God, make it stop.
Right. Right.
Because
And
now
again, go ahead.
you've killed the Death Riders for me now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out.
Yeah, and again, I don't care. I don't care about a lot of matches. Like if you do a feud that has a lot of matches and this, that, and the other, because I'd be a hypocrite if I said that's the part that bothers me about it. The part that bothers me about it is when we get, Dom versus whoever, volume 4, or Cody versus whoever, volume 4, or Jey Uso is now the number 1 contender for the world heavyweight title, and everybody's like, wow, WWE is so uncreative because they just keep running the same guys back all the time. And I'm like, again, Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher are about to have their fucking 6th match with each other in the last 13 months. And Darby Allin and John Moxley have been you know, let's see how I can murder my opponent today matches for the last 4 months nonstop. Like you're just in the same, and it's like, how many times are you running this same thing back? Tony's like the world title, women's world title picture has circled between 3 people for the last 2.5 years. Like, and again, I'm okay with it. Like, we grew up on Austin Rock and Austin Triple H and Triple H Rock and Undertaker Mankind and Undertaker Kane, Brett and Shawn. Like we grew up on Cena and Randy Orton. We grew up on a ton of feuds that just repeated, and I'm okay with it. But don't do the same thing you're telling me is bad on the other side. That's the part that annoys me about it.
You ain't wrong. Can we move on from the AEW? Does anyone have anything else?
Absolutely.
I feel like Joe's moved on from it as well.
I think so.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, let's get to Joe's homework.
Yes.
Oh wait, what?
How am I surprised he didn't read the fucking group chat? How am I not surprised? After you made your Irish goodbye last week while we were killing some time, myself and Jim booked the last 4 dates of the John Cena retirement tour.
Oh, okay.
So I told Jim that I would tell you about it, which there is text proof that I did. So we both had a realistic one that we thought was going to happen, and then we had one where we were like, "Ooh, this would be cool if it did happen." I guess because it's being sprung on you right now. Just give me one that you think that you would like to see the last 4 John Cena dates be.
So just like one match.
Correct. So he's got 4 dates left. Do you think he's going to wrestle on all 4 shows that he appears on?
Kind of want him to. I don't think. Well, they're not all
Boston,
pay-per-views, obviously.
Austin, Madison Square Garden, War Games, Saturday Night's Main Event in DC.
So Survivor Series is the last pay-per-view.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
And Saturday Night's Main Event is like he's guaranteed to wrestle there.
That is John Cena's last match.
So we know we're getting at least 2 of them as actual matches, in theory.
Yes.
Okay.
You said the name Theory. I thought you were going with Austin Theory, and I was about to be like, we are done here.
I keep reading rumors that they're about to give him a huge push. I don't know if they've read those rumors, but
I
keep reading rumors.
Was he hurt?
I don't know.
I think he was
just assume
hurt.
Triple H
That's
doesn't
why
like
Waller
him.
went. No, I think he was hurt. I think that's why Waller went with the New Day.
I thought they just wanted to get them separated, honestly.
I think the plan was to separate them, but then I think separation came earlier because I think Theory got hurt. I'll look it up while you're John Cena-ing.
So,
I have
okay.
seen
So
people saying that they think Theory is soon going to be back as well. I have seen that.
So you want my wish list, or you want my what I think is actually going to happen?
Give us both.
So I think what's realistically actually going to happen is he's only going to wrestle 2 more times, maybe 3. So I feel like if there was only 2 more times, they'd have made some sort of level of an announcement about it. I think we get at least 2 matches for sure, though. I think one of them is against Dominic Mysterio, and I think that's absolutely the right idea. Mostly because, and I can't believe I'm about to say this in a sentence in the year 2025, but here we are. It's the closest thing that we're ever going to get to a John Cena Eddie Guerrero match at this point, because Dom's doing a kind of really good job basically being a modern day Eddie Guerrero, Like he's kind of killing it, actually. Who knew you just had to give him some sort of direction like that and he can make it work? So I think that it's smart that they're going to do that, and I think it's 100% definitely going to be something that they do. Um, Also, too, I mean, there's more built story there. Also, i.e., the one title is never won is the one that's around Dominic's waist. So, like,
The
you can hot shot.
Tripla mega title.
I mean, on that one, I suppose. Go down that 12, but there's a lot happening right now.
Yeah, because your internet's chopping,
You
so
sound
me
like
and
a
Jim are
robot,
literally
bro.
like,
Is it better now?
Yeah,
yes, it
for the
is.
moment.
Thank you
Okay.
for asking.
Oh my god. So
Oh, there it goes again.
I think I think because of the storyline with the IC title just naturally being there, and with the fact that I think Cena and Dom could actually have probably a really good match. Doesn't need to be a 30-minute banger. You give them 10 minutes, give them 15 minutes on Survivor Series in between War Games matches. I think that totally works. I think that's both going to happen, and I want to see it happen. I I don't. I think the only other one that we're definitely guaranteed to actually get is probably Cena and Gunther. I think that's going to end up being his actual retirement match. And again, I think that all the pieces are there, whether they've done them on purpose or not. Gunther's literally the guy that retired Goldberg this year on Saturday's main event. So he's been gone for a few months now, showing up at the beginning of December and November when John Cena is out cutting a promo, being like, "Hey, time for me to decide who the opponent is," and to walking out there at that point and being like, "Hey, I already retired somebody on a Saturday Night's main event this year. Let's do another one." I think that both make sense. And again, I think I would like to see happen. In addition, that it's going to happen. Um, I think the other two dates are just going to be him cutting promos in real life. If I had my choice, one match that I would absolutely love to see that I'm surprised we did not get to see during this run already is Cena versus Sami Zayn, because that's one where in my head Cena is
You
synonymous with
you mean
Zayn
the match that
because
happened on September 6th on the Friday Night SmackDown, the U.S. Open Challenge that ended in a no contest because Brock Lesnar came out and F5 both of them and tore his pants.
okay, in my defense, watch a SmackDown. Jim, did
Plus,
you know
Sami
that
Zayn.
happened?
To be fair,
Plus,
I did not remember that happened until Mike
plus
said
Sami
it.
Zayn also just dropped the U.S. title to Ilya Dragunuts.
I remember seeing it on social media, but I didn't remember it happened until Mike just said it.
So they covered that one. I'm proud of them. I'm glad we got that match. Hey, bear with me. We have no Wi-Fi right now. We just moved into
Can I,
this apartment.
Jim just hit him with the straight.
Okay, we will tease, but we love you still the same.
We do.
You hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, that's weird. I didn't do nothing. Um,
I'm not surprised.
I w- I did say before, in case you didn't hear me, we just moved into a new apartment and we don't have Wi-Fi till Monday, so
Gotcha.
That sounds
that is
terrible.
going to explain. Yeah, literally. So okay, yeah. If so, this match will definitely not happen for a multitude of reasons. But if I had my way and real life circumstances could not interfere, I really wish we got a Cena Kevin Owens match one last time with those two
Oh
guys. Don't
yeah.
tell me, Mike. I see that look on your face. Don't tell me they wrestled back in April. I know
No.
that did not happen on SmackDown.
Correct. They did not.
Okay.
They did not.
I would love to see them go one more time, and it makes me really sad that we definitely will not get that match.
That's a great one. And I kind of forgot. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
It sucks that you're not going to have him wrestle in Boston or in Madison Square Garden one last time.
So you don't think he wrestles at either of those? I mean,
I
I
mean,
know
I think he wrestles.
in Joe's scenario they do.
No, I think he wrestles at all four. I said that last week.
Yeah.
Who do you think he's wrestling then on those other two?
Well, my prediction, the one I want to happen was he wins the Intercontinental title from Dom in Boston. He runs the Open Challenge, beats The Miz in Madison Square Garden, goes into War Games, issues the Open Challenge. It's answered by Obafemi. Obafemi wins the Intercontinental title from John Cena. John Cena beats Edge in his last match. Then there was the one where I said him fighting Rusev instead of The Miz at Madison Square Garden because Rusev and him had that great feud leading into WrestleMania play button with a fucking tank.
I don't remember what I said. Did I have him wrestling Dom at one of those? Do you recall?
You
Mike?
did, and I think you finished with Gunther. What you had in between was
I had Jericho as a surprise return at Madison Square Garden because that's where his dad had played hockey.
Correct.
And I said
John
ideally,
Cena's dad played hockey?
Chris
Jericho's dad.
Shit.
Yeah. Chris Jericho's dad, Ted Irvine, played for a couple NHL teams, but one of them being the New York Rangers. So I said Cena would do an open challenge there. I think I had him doing the IC title. Yeah, IC title at.
You have him beating Dom in Boston. You have
Boston.
Jericho. You have Jericho answering the open challenge
and winning at Madison Square Garden. I forget who I had him going against at War Game. Oh, I think I had Gunther at War Games. And because then in a perfect world, it's Edge in Washington to close the whole thing out.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a way that we can make it happen, aka, hey, you guys can have Andrade fucking 9 months early.
Right.
I don't care how it is. If there's a way that this can fucking happen, you have to fucking do everything in your power to make it happen.
Yeah.
What about joint custody of Andrade?
You can have my
WWE
custody
can have him every other weekend.
Nope. You can have my custody of him. I'll sign over the custody agreement. Don't want him. I'll even pay a child support to take him if I can get Edge for that match. Who else you want with it? Is there somebody else you want to trade with it? Who you want? Well, I'll throw in some sweetener. 3rd round pick in next year's draft.
Well, I think we were talking on 3CT last week. Like, give AJ Styles one hall pass and go over and wrestle like Omega or Fletcher or Hangman or whoever Tony Khan wants him to wrestle over on the other side for one match.
Just remake the iconic triple threat match. Bring Daniels out for one last match. Joe, Daniels, AJ.
Love it.
In an AEW ring.
Tony Khan would absolutely do that. Like, he would be like wetting himself.
Oh, 100%. And that's why me and Jim, like, if there is a thing where the con non-con family can sit in the same room and negotiate without having a con off of no, you didn't, dad doesn't love you more than he loves me, etc. And and they could just handle business, a world where John Cena's final opponent is Edge makes up for any quote bad that happened in this entire fucking tour, including bringing back Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
I will forgive them for that. I will forgive them for the fucking god awful WrestleMania match against Cody Rhodes. I'll fucking forgive them for the fucking 4-minute match against R-Truth. Honestly, the match against Logan Paul at Clash in Paris was at least fun.
Do you think? Okay, let's say we unfortunately are in a world where Edge isn't going to be a possibility. I hope he
Okay.
is. That would be amazing for so many reasons. Besides just the obvious reasons of getting the match, just the forbidden doors that it would break it would actually be amazing. But if Edge isn't an option, do you think they blew using Randy Orton too soon? Do you think he could have been a really good option for Cena's final opponent?
No, because that match took place in Randy's home.
So it was more just
I
motivation, like you needed that spot.
just they did it in Randy's home. John was a heel. They needed to make sure that he was going to get booed on the retirement tour. Where's the place that you could do it? A place where you know Randy's never getting fucking booed. Booed in St. Louis no matter what he does. I don't think that. I mean, there are plenty of other people. If you're telling me that you want John to go over in his final match, there are other people that he could go over in a solid 10 to 15-minute wrestling match where at the end of it, that entire locker room empties and picks John up and carries him off into the sunset. He could do that against The Miz. He could do that against who else could? Just guys that he's had feud with that are still on the roster. The Miz is obviously one that sticks out. You even get really a chance to say bye to him. I mean, you could have saved AJ Styles for DC. I think that would have been a fun match in the States. I don't think you had to do that one in Paris. You could save Dominic Mysterio and have him beat Dominic after Dominic already drops the title. Dominic wouldn't be hurt. You get the homage to Eddie, like you mentioned in yours. If, like I said, if it's a world where you want John to win the last one, I think there are other guys that it didn't have to be Randy. Randy was used in a spot that made sense for what they were doing with John at that point. And if you want him to lose, I think you have to have the real conversation of who do you want to have the push for being the guy who defeated the 17-time world champion in his final show. And a lot of people are sour on Gunther right now. And I think I'm also one of them. And it's nothing against Gunther. It's just there are other guys that could use that momentum to just shoot off to the moon. I mean, you want me to be honest with you? Give me a final night inside Washington, D.C., Capital One Arena. John Cena versus CM Punk. Give me that match again. Let CM Punk win the world title in beautiful Salt Lake City against Jey Uso. John Cena looks at CM Punk and goes, here's my revenge for Money in the Bank. I'm going to take the world title and I'm leaving. I'm getting my revenge on you for what you did to me all those years ago. My contract is up on December 13th. I am taking the title and I'm leaving. Kick that can down the road.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to rush into it having to be Gunther. Like Gunther's the cute name being circled around right now. I don't think it's got to be Gunther. He's already had his moment. He's been a world champion. He's had his WrestleMania moment. I know he lost, but he's had 2 great WrestleMania title matches leading into that. I don't know. Give me fucking Sheamus.
Do you think
Cena and Sheamus had a feud.
Do you think that if he hadn't gotten injured, there was any chance that Rollins could have been the person? Because they do have history. We've seen
I
some of
think
those matches live.
I think Rollins was the break glass in case of emergency
Yeah.
if
If you
they
can't
couldn't get Edge.
somebody else. Yeah.
I think realistically they want it to be Edge. I think Rollins was the break glass in case of emergency.
Okay.
I always felt like he was the safe route because
Right.
Well, because
of the
too,
history.
because Rollins as champion too, you could run the exact same thing that you just said. Like not the exact same thing. Obviously, it wouldn't be revenge for Money in the Bank, but he could go out there and be like, "Hey, listen, a friend of mine once won the title and then dipped out and left the company. I think I'm gonna do that now too. I said I was gonna be the last real champion, like yada yada. You know what I mean? So like
Mhm.
they could have had that with Rollins as the champion. And honestly, like if you if you tasked me with doing a Mount Rushmore of John Cena opponents, at least from the year 2010 on, Seth Rollins is number one with a bullet. You know, so that's why that crossed my mind.
I'll say he's on the
Now,
Mount. I'll say he's on the Mount Rushmore. I don't know that he's number one for myself.
heard. We might have to do that Mount Rushmore. That sounds like a fun one.
Um, shot in the dark here. What if it's heel world champion Jey Uso?
I mean, I guess it's
The
possible.
internet is gonna hate that.
They should.
Did you hear? Did you hear that the video of him winning the Battle Royal from Raw this week has like it's like one of the most disliked videos from WWE on their YouTube channel ever?
Sounds like
Just,
a die Rocky die moment, if you ask me.
I agree.
I mean, I read somewhere. Watch him win. Watch him turn on Jimmy. He becomes the quote leader of the vision. So then you have Jay, Breaker, Reed, and somebody else against Jimmy, Roman, and two other people in War Games. And I looked at him and said, "You've lost your mind," because I still think we're getting the solo crew versus the Wyatt Six inside of War Games. But I digress. I just think I don't know that I want the last one to be Gunther because I just don't think he needs it. Plus, I think I want to see John go out on a victory, and I think if it's Gunther, I don't think there's a shot he's winning.
True.
So, all right. Anything else on Joe's homework assignment?
Nah, I think we're good there. Want to do
I'm
NXT?
good.
Yeah. I also have the AAA card from the same night that will rapid fire at the end.
All right. Well, let's kind of go rapid fire on this because my fat ass is getting tired. All right. NXT Halloween Havoc Saturday night from the Findlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona. We'll start tag team match Javon Evans and Leon Slater versus Mr. Iguana and La Parca. We'll go Mike Joe.
Leon Slater and Javon Evans.
What's the other two?
Mr. Iguana and La Parca.
Yes, that's who I want.
Um,
I
you know
can't
what?
believe La
Yeah.
Parca is wrestling on an NXT show.
Yeah, let's do La Parca. Let's have some fun there.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe. Maybe he'll be back. We don't know yet. Zarya defending the North American Championship because Sol Ruka injured, defending it against Blake Monroe.
Respectfully.
So respectful. Very respectful.
Found him. I will take Blake Monroe to win the title, putting the seeds of the Zarya Soul breakup.
All right, Joe. Yeah, we have Zarya defending the North American Women's Championship against Blake Monroe.
I'll take Blake Monroe. All right, Jim, what do you got?
Oh yeah, he has us muted. He definitely has
He
us
does.
muted. There he is,
Don't
Joe.
sound like that. Wait a second. Will you stop?
Well,
I'll take Blake
he would do
Monroe.
the impersonation, but then I don't have a graphic for him.
Correct.
I'll
He took
take
Blake Monroe.
All right. Yeah, I think, but this one seems pretty easy. This one's pretty easily Blake Monroe. A Day of the Dead match, which will probably be the most offensive thing this entire show. Ethan Page defending against El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., the North American title.
I'll take El Hijo de Dr. Jeep Wagoneer Jr.
Joe.
It's gonna be Ethan Page that wins, but I hope at some point during the match, Dr. Wagner Jr.'s brother, or whatever the hell his name is, hits Ethan Page with Coco's guitar.
Love it. Yeah, in what will probably be a very racially insensitive way, Ethan Page gets the win. Singles match for the
Do you
NXT.
think he's gonna choke him out with a chalupa?
I don't know. I just feel like the WWE doing a Day of the Dead match seems like a very dangerous
He's
proposition.
gonna hit him with a pinata.
Something.
It could be worse. It could be sponsored by a video game.
Well, we haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, the Miz also blew his ACL out.
Ricky Saints defending the NXT Championship against Trick Williams.
Ricky St. Pierre.
Yeah.
It's time to get Trick away from this, up on the main roster. Ricky Saints retains. A Broken Rules match for the NXT Tag Team title. The Broken Hardys, Brother Nero and Broken Matt Hardy. And again, people remember, the delete is to the side. Flat armed to the side. I'm going to encourage a lot of wrestling fans this weekend to remember.
I'm going to just go a whole different route.
That is to the side. It's not vertical. It's not out in front of you. It's to the side. Okay.
Hello.
Want to remind everybody of that. And the Broken Hardys defending against Dark State. Dion Lennox, Cutler James, Saquon Sugars, and or Osiris Griffin. Mike.
Dark elevation, dark.
All right, Joe.
On number one, I want to say I'm worried about this entire show and the undercurrents. Number two, I think it's really awesome that former Chicago Bears quarterback Cutler Jason is wrestling in NXT. And number three, I think the Hardys are definitely taking this one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Dark State here. This feels passing of the torchy for the Hardys. I think it was like, cool, get them in here. We have this TNA deal. Give them a second set of belts to really put the shine on like the Dudley's Hardys match at the TNA pay-per-view recently. And now that we're done with that, yeah, bye Hardys. And then last one, singles match for the NXT Women's title, JC Jane defending against Tatum Paxley.
Toxic.
Joe.
I literally only know who JC Jane is.
All right, so JC Jane it is. I would probably tend to agree most times, but I picked up Tatum Paxley in the fantasy this week. So let's go with a title change. Why not?
Sure. All right. AAA Heroes Immortals. The same night from Mexico City. This can be seen in Mexico, but not over here north of the border. 8-man tag match. Abismo Negro Jr., Dalis, Mini Abismo Negro and Taurus versus Lady Shani, Masquerita Sagata, Nino Hamburger Saya, and Pimpinella Escalada. Joe?
Team 1.
All
Team
right.
1.
I mean, how do you choose against Pimpinella Escargot?
AAA World Cruiserweight Fatal 4-Way, the champion Laredo Kid versus Aerostar, Jack Cartwheel, and Lindsay Dorado.
Is that man's name really Jack
Yes,
Cartwheel?
Jack Cartwheel. Joseph?
I'm I'm only disappointed Ryan Suplex wasn't in this match. What the fuck? Jack Cartwheel?
He's been an independent wrestler for some time now. Jack
I mean,
Cartwheel.
yeah, that with a name like Jack Cartwheel. Look, I'm
Jack
sorry,
Cartwheel has
but
been a
growing
professional
up as
wrestler
a child,
for 6 years.
you don't have many options in careers when your last name is Cartwheel.
His signature moves include the Jack Attack, the Jack Arrow, and the Slam Stand.
I agree with Joe. You got to go Jack Cartwheel.
Just to
I didn't realize
just
I
to
picked
recap,
him, but let's roll with it.
just to recap, I'll agree with Jim in the first match and take Team 1. The Cruiserweight, I'm taking Laredo Kid to retain. Reina de Reina's triple threat women's title match. Flamer versus Fabi Apache versus Natty.
If this isn't Natalia, we riot.
Yeah, let's go with that. She's the only one I know.
Yeah, I'm in. Sign me up. I'll sign up for the old victory for the one and only Natty. World Tag Title match. It is Pagano and Psycho Clown defending the championships. Earlier this week, I don't know if they spoiled this or not, but Cage Match had it as the Wyatt 6. Now Cage Match does not have anybody in this slot. So I don't know who the challengers are.
Yo, give me the Wyatt 6.
If they're in it, I think that'd be cool.
I love that.
Joseph?
I'm gonna take the Hardy Boys.
Oh,
All right, we're gonna have them open because it is probably gonna be a taped match. We could just ship them right to AAA.
there you go.
AAA Mega Title, the champion Dominic Mysterio defends against the new one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Dragon Lee.
That's right. That's fucking
Oh,
wild.
that's fun. It's gonna be Dominic retaining, but that's a fun match.
Yeah, definitely Dom retaining, but super fun match.
Mhm.
And this
I agree.
isn't going to be aired on the WWE YouTube channel.
No, according to everything I've read, it is.
That's a shame.
Well, I will tell you if it shows up on the one website I use, I will let you guys know about it Sunday morning because I want to check out the show because I do think that Dominic Mysterio Dragon Lee match is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
for sure.
All right, so that's that. Anything else? Wrestlers of the week.
Wrestlers of the week. Joe, you got any?
I'll take Darby Allin for
There you go.
beating John Moxley.
Derby Allen.
According to Wikipedia, Derby County Football Club is a professional
What?
association football club in Derby, England.
I don't know
The
why.
club compete in the championship.
Echo,
The
stop.
What is going on?
I don't know how my echo started talking to me.
Your
That
echo
was
just went heel
amazing.
turn on us.
It sure did. Dumb bitch got a mind of her own.
That was incredible.
All I said was Derby.
Derby, derby, derby.
Fucking bitch.
Jim?
Good God. Even though I think interim titles are dumb, she got another one, Mercedes Moné.
I'll take oh shit. I'll take Brodito. retain their titles? Joe?
Like him or hate him, I'm gonna take Jey Uso.
It was just me, Oos.
I will take the man who retained his world title against Mojo at Wrestle Dreams. Hangman.
All right. I'll take Chris Statlander
Very good.
because she retained her title.
She did. She done did it.
She done did it. All right. So that is Wrestlers of the Week. We got one more week for the combined month of October and September. That'll be next week's show, post Halloween Havoc. Joe, you got anything else?
Just this bong.
Very good. Well, have a good night, Joe.
Night.
'Cause we know you're gonna Irish exit us about 3 seconds from now. 3, 2, 1.
I
Gone.
And there you go. You go. You can get me at Big Jim Sports Facebook or on Twitter and Blue Sky. Hit my link tree there. That'll take you over to Huddle Up Podcast. We're continuing to roll each and every week. If you want to see some of the most mind-baffling power rankings this week, make sure you check that out. Not mine, not my brother's, not Mike's. We'll leave you the imagination there. But go
Not
check
student
that
of
out.
the game, Kyle Nash.
Not student of the game, Kyle Nash. Go ahead and follow us on our YouTube and everything. Every episode's there. We have videos and content throughout the week. Speaking of content throughout the week, 3CT, we just dropped an episode tonight. Had some interesting discussions. Tuesday's another fun one. We start Halloween week. I think next Thursday night we're going to do more of a Halloween show than a wrestling show. So make sure you check that out next Thursday. But yeah, just give me a follow over there.
You can follow the show at Take the Number 3 Wrestling. You can follow me at They Call Me Burn. If you're looking for an independent wrestling show to watch this weekend, if you can't make it to Rochester, New York, GCW's Shotzi Blackheart presents The House of Horrors. All the matches have a stipulation that were determined via spin the wheel, make the deal. So I just looked at that. They have a match in there called Garbage Plate on a Pole and a Doorway to Hell match. So if you're into ultra-violent wrestling, feel free to check that out. But yeah, so that's going to wrap up the show for this week. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us as always. We will see you next week where we will talk post-Halloween Havoc, what's next for All Elite Wrestling, and the women's tag title, which we didn't even get to tonight. We'll preview more of that next week once we figure out what the matches do the first round are. But until then, for Joe and Jim, I am Mike. We will see you next week on the Take 3 Wrestling Podcast.